up, dude? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt Still. Today is Tuesday, Two-Piece Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, whatever you eating Tuesday, January 10th, 2022. On deck for today's show, LL gives an update on the Lions 2023 first-round draft positions. Coach Jones discussing how the Houston Texans, and we'll discuss some other teams too, have requested to interview offensive coordinator Ben Johnson for their head coaching position. And I asked, is Aidan Hutchinson the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year? But before we get into all that, man, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew, man. Fresh off of taking all the orders for the Tupperware T-shirt exchange is my man, LL Cool Twins. What's going on, my guy?
Was down, Prowl Nation, and good morning.
And y'all know who it is, man. What baby D do, man? She do hair, watch kids, and sell just out the same apartment. It's our Renaissance man. He do all, he do everything. He'll sell you a shirt. He'll coach your kids. He'll cook you a meal. It's my man. Who?
It's the Wolverine, Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fam?
Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let's go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
Welcome to Detroit. Welcome back to the show, people, man. And, you know, wait a minute, I hear it. He's coming down. The biggest player from the Himalayas to talk about the updated Detroit Lions first-round draft position. It's your auntie's favorite player, my man, LL Cool Twins. Let's talk about these draft picks, my guy.
Yes. You know, I've been giving the updates on the draft positions. So, and now that the season is over for teams like ourselves, we've been locked in. So the teams that are not in the playoffs, that draft order has been set. Of course, barring any additional trades. We've had a few from other years. None this year yet. I think there's going to be some movement at the top of the draft. Either, you know, the closer we get to the draft. But as it stands right now, the pick that we received from the last first round pick or the last pick in general, right? Or do we get a third from this year?
No, we already got them. This is the last one from the Stafford trade.
Yeah, well, this is our last pick from the Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff trade. The first round pick from the Rams will be picking number 6, and that's behind teams like the Colts and the Seahawks, and in front of teams like the Raiders and the Falcons. So, the pick that we earned ourselves at 18, which is the last pick before the playoff teams. Shout out to us. You know, you got to count your wins where you can, not your losses. We'll be picking at 18. So from the Rams pick 6, and from our own pick number 18, 12 picks apart. You know, lots of things we could do. We could stand pat. We could move back. We could move up. Do whatever we want. You know, I want to see. I'm very interested to see what the staff is going to do. I like that we got to see that in Hard Knocks, like, you know, just their deliberations on cutting people. So I would love to see what goes in the draft, because, you know, like I said, I look into the draft, and I don't remember if y'all remember. I think his name was Corey Chavis. He played safety for the Vikings back in the day, and this was like on like one of them like ESPN morning things or Fox morning things. They was talking about him, and he was like, "This is way back when. It's like 2001. That's crazy to say. That's way back when, but
yeah,
he had like
years ago.
A bunch of pads." You're right, but he had a bunch of pads, and that's on. But even then, like 20 years ago, he wasn't even necessarily on phones and computers, but he was using pads. He's had pages and pages and pages of notes on players and stuff. And I was like, dang, that's crazy. But he knew what he had somebody asked him about such and such player. He'd be like, yeah, he blah, 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 blah. Like, he knew everything. I'm like, dang, that's kind of dope. I never really went into that extent, but that made me really like look into the draft a little bit different. But I'm not looking into it, like I said, that deep. I just watch a lot of videos and, you know, try to look at the players that I'm familiar with, or try to get familiar with players at positions that we need. So, you know, if y'all out there do the same thing, leave some comments. Let us know some of the players that you think. I think that's the family discussion topic as well, so I'll let that come. But, you know, let us know what you think on the draft position. what positions and what players maybe we should take in that spot.
Just to be honest with you, I'm still not in draft mode just yet, but I'm looking at positions, right? So the Lions need to focus on the defense. If you look at the second and third levels of our defense, that's probably where we have the biggest need right now. Even according to NFL.com, their draft analysis says that the Lions' biggest needs are defensive back, defensive line, and linebacker. So I agree with that 100%. But I think we need to draft another corner. We might need to draft 2 corners. Do you look at this where we're at? A defensive tackle could be in the mix, but actually, to be honest with you, I think it would be more of a depth for that because I like Isaiah Buggs. I would like to re-sign him. I think him and Lee McNeil work good together. So I would want to re-sign him and we'll draft a guy maybe in the middle rounds or later rounds. In that first round, I'm thinking defensive back and linebacker. Just to be honest with you, that's what I'm thinking. Linebacker maybe at 6 if we don't trade back, and then the end of the first 18.
Maybe you said linebacker at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if you have anybody in mind, but who would be at 6? I don't know nobody that's.
I don't even know. But I think the Lions. To be honest with you, I don't think the Lions pick at 6. I'm thinking this is the 2 first round. I think the Lions trade back. I think somebody's going to make a deal tomorrow. Somebody is going to be somebody because the guy that we really want, I think, is Jalen Carter, and I think he's not going to be there. Him or Will Anderson aren't going to be there at 6. So,
no.
I think we're going to trade back, and I think that you can get 2 quality defensive players. You may be able to get 2 starters in that first round right there. And just to kind of this in the future, I think it's time for the Lions to draft the right guard. I think Big B may be a cap casualty because of the injuries.
That's what I'm thinking at 18.
Yeah, and then I'm looking at Evan Brown. I like Evan Brown, but he's a backup center. He's not a long-term solution at right guard. He's just not.
No.
A lot of teams took advantage of that, especially when he came back. They were like, okay, they would line up their best defensive tackle or that best 3 tech or 0 tech nose and go right at Evan Brown. They did it all season. So only so much that Frank Ragout and Penei Sewell can do with helping in that situation because you can't double team all the time. So those are the positions I'm looking at. I'm looking at linebacker, defensive back, and right guard for the draft. What you got, Coach Jones?
Yeah, actually, I'm with you on the trade back. I do think the Lions trade back. I think somebody can jump up and grab Will Levis. They always do it. I think we're in a perfect position where, hey, if somebody wants to throw us an extra pick or 2 for Will Levis, go on and give it to us, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know what? If we didn't and say perhaps we did stay there, I think Joey Porter Jr. You know, he's a good corner. I think he, pedigree,
nasty.
Yeah, you already know his daddy. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's right. He's that type of player that Aaron Glenn wants, Dan Campbell wants. I think so. I really think Joey Porter Jr. fits that mold, and I also think that going a right guard and linebacker, just depending on the guys that are available will be that second, third pick. They can flip flop. So I'm not really sure, but yeah, I definitely do think we go corner first in the draft. Joey Porter Jr. Come on to the D, man. We got the attitude for you, boy.
You
come on here and feel right at home.
You'll stay a Lion, man. You'll be a Nittany Lion to a Detroit Lion. There you go.
Good point. Good point. I forget the stat they said about him, but he played the highest. I think it was him they're talking about. But he played the highest percentage in press man this year, and that's what they kind of think that that's the kind of corner that AG might be looking for their guard. If not for that first round pick. I was thinking out of Florida, like I said before, Osiris Torrance or my man out of Minnesota. He's like a guard center. You could take him in the second if you don't get him in the first. And I'm with y'all. I'm in my last little things. I've been looking around. I've been taking 2 corners. I take Joey Porter first, and then yo guy, I think Coach Mike, I think you called his name before, Witherspoon out of Illinois. So I take him on one of our second round picks. But one of the guys, one of the defensive linemen out there, I don't know if we'd be able to get him. I watched a whole bunch of them on him last night. He's pretty incredible, man. I don't know where he's gonna end up going, but I can't pronounce his name. But it's the guy at USC number 49, Luti or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to disrespect because I don't know how to say the names, but check him out. He's pretty good. But I don't know wherever we end up doing. Like I said, I'm interested to see. I got a certain level of trust for them. They lost a little bit of trust, but not a whole lot. But let's see what they're gonna do.
I'm thinking about bringing we get another set of brothers on the Lions, maybe in that second, third round, bringing in Sewell in from Oregon.
Yeah.
So, we'll see if he declares something. Hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, baby. And what you got to do, man? You got to answer the family discussion topic for today. It is, what positions would you look for? Should Detroit Lions target in the first round of the draft? So I'm not really asking position. I mean, if you got a player's name, I'm asking position, not player, but what position should the Detroit Lions target in the first round? But if you have a specific name, go ahead and drop it in the comment section of the video. All those things help us get this content out to more Lions fans just like yourself. So
yeah,
I talked about this guy, man. Like I told you, man, he do a lot of things, man. I think I seen him doing oil changes on the side of the road down there in Jackson one time. Say had a little pop-up stand. But Coach Jones, man, holla at me about what's going on with Ben Johnson, man.
He's like a pop-up stand when doing oil changes, huh? No, but you know what? It's about that time, Lions fans. So we've had a couple requests from a couple of teams about offensive coordinator Ben Johnson. Yeah, man. So first off, the Houston Texans. They are, they went at Ben Johnson, man. So I'm not sure when he's gonna schedule his interview, but they requested. Also the Carolina Panthers, Curt. That's your damn fault. Okay.
They down the street, round the corner.
Carolina Panthers requested an interview, and Curt also just let me know this morning that the Indianapolis Colts have also requested an interview from both Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. So yeah, they started, man. We can have shit in D. But that's how it kind of goes, man. The coaches that I think will most likely get those jobs are still in the playoffs. So they're doing their preliminary, just doing the due diligence. I don't think that we have anything to worry about. The Lions defense was bottom in the league. Ben Johnson is his first full year as the OC. I'm not really too worried about it. I don't think any NFL franchise as much money and time and things they have invested in that franchise is willing to give their team over to a first-year offensive coordinator. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think if anything, Eric Bieniemy is a number one coordinator on the radar. I don't think that a team is willing to give their team over to a coordinator whose team didn't even make the playoffs. Like, you wasn't that damn good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't like the way you looking. But yeah, man. I just don't like it. That shit don't make me feel comfortable at all. But
my apologies.
No, yeah, man. But just tell me what y'all think, man. I just think it's too soon. I think it's too early. Especially like I said, coordinators of a teams who didn't even make the playoffs. I don't even think that's not even a good look. They don't even that's like getting a girl and she you know what I'm saying, you getting a girl who didn't get asked to the dance. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. I guess I asked her. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel how it is, man. So, y'all tell me what y'all think about who they looking at, man, because they better leave us alone, man.
Ladies that didn't get an answer dance, you can address all your comments to Coach Jones at wolverlion.com. All right.
That's ugly shit. Ain't my fault.
Again, you can address all your comments to Coach Jones at wolverlion on Twitter. I think that the Panthers and the Colts are putting their feelers out, right? And I think that, to be honest with you, I think the Colts thing, especially with Aaron Glenn, is a kind of a Rooney Rule type of deal. Don't shoot the messenger. That's what I think. They're just going to interview him just for the sake of, hey, I checked the box. I interviewed a minority candidate. I don't think they're serious about that. Just because of the fact that if you look at our defense wasn't great. And it improved the back half of the season, but it wasn't far. It was far beyond anything great this year. Okay. Now, here's the thing with the Texans. I'm happy for Johnson for getting that interview request. If I'm him, I wouldn't take the interview. The McNairs are the worst owners in the NFL. That franchise is so poorly managed, right? You look at the two head coaches they just had, right? They were given limited resources and a bad roster, and were both fired after one season when they didn't win. And some people say, well, they hired the two black coaches. Those guys were never given a serious chance because they were never given serious resources to be a effective head coach in the NFL. That had, I even go back to the way they handle the general manager position when the one gentleman was the head coach. O'Brien was the head coach. The GM went on leave. His wife got sick with cancer. O'Brien took over as the GM, in the interim, and then when he came back, they just made him a figurehead because O'Brien didn't want to get the controls up, and the leadership bought off on it. Trash. And we didn't talk about how they handled the Deshaun Watson thing. They wanted to hire Josh McCown, take him out of uniform, and make him the head coach. Right. No coaching experience whatsoever. And this is the franchise that is trying to hire somebody. If I'm looking at that seriously, I don't understand. I wouldn't want to be a serious candidate for that position just because of the way that franchise is managed. Excuse me. And I know the high draft pick is tempting. And shout out to Lovie Smith because he screwed the pooch on the way out the door. He said, y'all going to fire me? I'm going to win this game, and y'all ain't going to have the first one. You're having that one overall pick.
Yeah.
But absolutely, the Houston Texans are an absolute train wreck. Period, point blank. That's what they are. And if I was a coach, I understand you can make millions of dollars, but that's not a position. Just because of the leadership and the ownership of the Texans, I will not take that job seriously. Because if you look at the way they treated the last couple coaches, I don't know if they would take a coach seriously. That's just me. What you got, Ella?
And they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, it's
poorly mismanaged.
It's a lot. Remember, that's how they ended up with Cully because they couldn't get nobody else. That's how they ended up with whoever the GM was. It was like a lot of the stuff that ended up happening. Like a lot of people wasn't messing with them. It's a whole lot going on in Houston, and that's why I was looking like that, Coach Mike. Like for whatever, not just in Houston, but it's whatever it is going on in the league. I'm kind of jaded with certain things, and I can see the scam and everything. And I've been seeing the scam in this. We still don't know about everybody's emails. They only told us about a couple people's emails, and there's a lot of racial investigations going on and stuff like that. But yeah, that's like what else? What other reason is it why Eric Bieniemy doesn't have a job? Outside of they figure out that he's not calling the plays, and it's just really like one big show that Eric Bieniemy can't do nothing, and Andy Reid is actually the one doing everything. He just got Eric Bieniemy sitting next to him as a favor. But we all know that's not true. So, why haven't he been, seriously considered for some of these jobs? Why haven't he gotten some of these jobs? And with a lot of these teams, they already had it. They already have the guy in mind that they want, and they just going to go through whatever motions they got to do to hire him anyway. So, And personally, just as far as like with our guys, I like it. Good for them. Congrats to be considered. But I'm always selfish because I want them to stay around. I want them to stay around. I want them to stay here. But I can't. If that's the don't leave, of course, don't leave to go and be somebody else's offensive coordinator because like, damn, Ben Johnson, fuck you too. But if somebody's off your head coaching job, you just an OC here. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with AG. Whether we think he's ready or not, somebody might think he's ready, and I can't be like, no, don't take that job because you're not ready. Shit, I don't know what that's going to entail. I don't know what he's getting paid now. If he's getting paid $2 million now, that head coach gets him 7.5. Who am I to be like, don't do that? You know what I'm saying? I would take it in a heartbeat too, probably depending on the team. So, if they do move on, congrats. I would like them to stay, but like I said, that's selfish. So, whatever, we'll see what ends up happening.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. All of these things help us get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when you're getting fresh content from us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions newsrooms. Go to fanatics.com, man. Y'all see me I'm wearing the sideline cap for this year, man. Y'all see it. Links in the description below. They're having always having a sale, end of the season sale. This is the time to get your Lions gear right now because a whole bunch of stuff gonna go on sale because the season's over for the Lions. So go to fanatics.com. Links in the description below. A portion of other proceeds go to help us grow the content right here at Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Check us out on Lions Nation Unite. It is the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. They help us bring you this content. So go over there and check it out, man. You can download the Lions Nation Unite app in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store for your mobile devices, or just type in lionsnationunite.com in your web browser. While you're over there, get yourself some game day gear at lnushop.com. It's always game day in the LNU shop. Get the real, not the bootleg over there on Facebook. College football season is over, but you can always get yourself some Wolverine gear over at wolverine.com, man, because if you're a Wolverine on Saturday and a Lion on Sunday, like everybody on this panel, go ahead and check out wolverine.com because, you know what I'm saying, like I told you, man, he might change a tire, he'll make you some soup, and he'll definitely sell you a shirt over there at wolverine.com. So check out my man Coach Jones over there. Do your best, man, and help with the fight against cancer. And check out my man Big Lion Man, his up gear. The link is in the description below. The proceeds from the sale of that gear go to help the American Cancer Society of Michigan. Check us out on Detroit Lions on the Prowl.com. And while you're over there, man, get yourself some Prowl Nation gear at Lions on the Prowl shop.com. We paid our bills right now, man. Now it's time to get into my topic. I asked the question, is Aidan Hutchinson the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year? Now let's check this thing out, man. Aidan Hutchinson has been making his case for Defensive Rookie of the Year. And you got another guy who has been making his case as well. And that's cornerback for the Jets, Sauce Gardner. But Aidan Hutchinson made his biggest case on the biggest stage of the season. Last game of the season. Primetime TV, the only game on. 2 sacks, 2 tackles for losses, and 2 quarterback hits on primetime against a Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers. He did his thing so much in that game. That dude made the Packers change their offensive tackle. That's how much he was getting to Aaron Rodgers. He made his case. But let's see how he stacks up against Sauce Gardner. So if you look at these two cats, Aidan Hutchinson had 9.5 sacks, 9 tackles for losses, 13 quarterback hits, 2 fumble recoveries, 3 interceptions for a defensive lineman. Now that's a record. He's in this elite company with having 9.5 sacks and 3 interceptions, not just for a rookie defensive lineman, for a defensive lineman, period. And he had 3 passes defense. Now let's look at the young fella. Now he has a tie to the D because he's from Detroit, Sauce Gardner. Now he's got some good stuff, man. He's got 2 interceptions. He's got 20 passes defended, 75 tackles, and 3 tackles for loss, and a quarterback hit. But here's the thing that makes him stand out from Aidan Hutchinson. He made the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl in the rookie season. And Right now, he's considered one of the best corners in the NFL. Will that help him in his case? But I think down the stretch, those last few games, Hutch made a bigger case. And on the biggest stage, that's where he's making a case for the NFL Rookie of the Year. And it doesn't help Sauce Gardner that he has 2 interceptions and Hutchinson got 3 at the defensive lineman.
Right.
If you look at this and you look at the finishing record of the teams, Lions finished 9-8. They finished 7-10, or they 8-9, one of the two. So they are. I mean, and one thing I would say about this that kind of helps Sauce Gardner in it. We know they don't play head to head. We know defensive players don't play against defensive players, but when the Lions played the Jets, Jared Goff, they finished 7-10. Jared Goff did not throw to that side of the field. Period. He didn't get targeted one time on that side of the field when the Lions played the Jets head to head. So they just totally avoided the situation over there. But these are the 2 candidates for NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. I think Hutchinson made his case. If you look at his stats, and people will look at him and say, "Well, he's an edge rusher, he's a pass rusher." I think Aidan Hutchinson is much more than that. And I said that when they drafted him. I said they're not just drafting him to rush the passer because he can set the edge. He plays well on the run, and he's more than just an edge defender. He's more than just a deep, saying he's a defensive player. He's an athlete. He's athletic, and you saw that with the interceptions. And he also had 2 fumble recoveries this year as well. So the guys all over the field. It's just one of those things. It's going to be a tough thing. I think he made a case, but I think the one thing that's going to hinder him is that he didn't make a Pro Bowl. But hey, what you guys think about who is the Defensive Rookie of the Year in your opinion?
Wolver Lion. You know what? I love you, brother, but when you get a guy who has made the Pro Bowl, he's considered one of the best in his position, period, and he has his own island over there in New York. So they about to make a Sauce Island right next to Revis Island. So yeah, man, that right there, when you come in as a rookie, you can shut down the whole side of the field. That's Rookie of the Year. Even though I would love for Aidan Hutchinson to win the Rookie of the Year, I hope he does win the Rookie of the Year. But being in that New York media market, getting all the covers that you get playing for a New York team, it's gonna be Sauce.
Okay,
it's just what it is.
Yeah, I still think Aidan Hutchinson got a fair enough shot. I haven't watched very much of Sauce Gardner, so I don't really know much of him. I know, I hear what they say. I don't doubt it that he's a very good football player. One thing though, he don't move. They put him on one side and that's that. So along with everything that you do say, you got to put that in there as well. Aidan Hutchinson's played everywhere. Literally, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even standing in the corner by the down marker had almost, you know what I'm saying? So, whatever, it should be a good competition. I think Aidan Hutchinson got a fair enough shot as anybody else. Some other rookies. What about put James Houston in the discussion, or my man out of Seattle? I think Woolen. Both their rookie corners been playing well. There's some other guys out there, but Woolen and Kobe Bryant, but and boy, I don't know his numbers, but he has had a decent season for them. But I don't, whatever. If Sauce get it, good for you. He's from Detroit, but I feel like Aidan Hutchinson got a fair shot at anybody to win it.
Can't they do a split? Remember when Jason Kidd? I forgot who Jason Kidd split.
Grant Hill.
Yeah.
Grant Hill.
They might have to do that.
And Steve Francis and Elton Brand did too.
Of the year.
I don't know if the NFL will do that, but we'll see. The one thing I will say this, and I know that I'll get some blowback on this from my man Luke G, but the one thing that Aidan Hutchinson did do was command a lot of double teams earlier in the season. So he got loose when we got
throughout the season.
Throughout the season. So that does help his case along, and as well with like what you said, LL, was that they did not move Sauce Gardner. He played one side of the field. That's all. A true shutdown corner will follow players all over the field. So I mean, we'll see. And that's the way he played at Cincinnati. He played one side of the field. He did not travel. So I mean, we'll see. All right, man. Hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. Answer the fan discussion topic, or just tell us how we're doing, man, in the comment section of the video. You know how we do. We pick 6 of those things to read on the next show. But it's just what we do, man. And make sure you follow us on your favorite social media platforms. You know, it's Tuesday, man. You know, it's Thursday week when we have the Beat the Packers, man. LL, he does big things on Thursday, but it's Thursday week over on his Instagram page because we beat the Packers. So, you know what I'm saying, go check out all the great stuff over there, man. And check for the link, ladies. Check for the link for the Tupperware T-shirt exchange.com. It's coming real soon, man. I think he got the app developer coming, man, for that as well. So check it out. All right, so we done all that, man. Great show. Now it's time for us to do my favorite thing. It's time for us to zip our lip and see what you had to say about yesterday's show. It's time for the comment cards, baby. First up, we got Batman of the 313. You know who he is, Wall of Fame member. He says, going to celebrate Victory Monday with some whiskey and a cigar. Congrats to the Lions for the win, and shut up Aaron Rodgers. A winning season with the Rams losing. Our pick got better. Great win, go Lions.
Yeah.
You all right, man?
No. I thought you was gonna say something to it, but let us know. Just a couple people are saying, you know, how y'all celebrate. Let us know, you know, what if you got a brand, what cigar, what whiskey or bourbon you got. But Louisville Lions or Elville Lions says, I'm going to celebrate this Victory Monday like LL with that Lambeau pack and some good Kentucky bourbon. Yes. As they say, brown liquor and good weed is always a good way to celebrate. Thanks for the comment.
Benjamin Grunin says, I don't know if I've ever heard his name in the comment section, but if not, then hey, welcome to Lions on the Prowl. He says the dude's been sitting on the headlines, sent them packing for legit decades. And
yeah, that was mine. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the title of the videos. The Detroit Lions sent Green Bay packing. Yeah,
okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the comment.
Thanks, man. Special person today in the comment cards, Sherry Bordeaux, who is the mother of our late and great founder, Jim Bordeaux. She says Jim was loving it, I'm sure. He was up there getting his jig on, man. I know he was laughing. I can hear his laugh right now. Man, I know he was loving that. Shout out to Jim, man. Thanks, Miss Bordeaux. And happy birthday to Jim Sr., who had a birthday the other day.
Happy birthday, Jim Sr. And when you said did a jig, I seen Jim jitting in my head. But the single dance club says J-Mo would have had a TD if it wasn't for Matt Nelson's holding call. Oh well, can't wait to see Golf J-Mo connection next season. What a great hard fought season. Yeah, I think that's on the horizon. Like I said, I initially, because I didn't see it, they were just like holding on Matt Nelson. I'm like, man, punk ass Matt Nelson.
Nah,
and then they showed it. And yeah, I was like,
yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I take it back, Matt Nelson. So, you know, whatever, like I said, whatever it was, there's obviously something was going on between the two. There's a lot of cheapiness going on between the two lines until, like I said, it was that one play. McNeil came down the line and hit the running back. And then he just got him. Nobody pushed him. Nobody looked at him. I was like, dang. All right, I guess he shut all that bull stuff down. But, you know, thanks for the comment.
King SJ says, what a season this has been. It had its ups and downs, but this team took steps in the right direction overall. I do believe so, man. We took them. To end the season winning at Lambeau and sending Green Bay packing was amazing. can't wait to see what 2023 has in store for the Lions. Me too, man. I feel like we should be the favorites to win the division in 2023. I just feel like the Vikings are always shaky. Like nobody believes in the Vikings. Like like the Vikings are like the least team in the NFC that people just don't believe in, have no confidence in.
Even when they win,
I feel like
because their quarterback.
Even when they
yeah,
win.
so I feel like 2023 is the NFC North is ours, man. So shout out to King SJ, man. You on the right, you know what it is, bro.
All right. Hey, man. Thanks for the comments. We appreciate you, man. We love hearing from you. Like I said, answer the family discussion topic for today. You can just rewind it. If you don't want to do that, just give us a shout out about the Lions season, about the Green Bay game, or just how we're doing right here on Detroit Lions and the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Now it's time for everyone else's favorite topic of the show. It is time for Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bite. Grand 12, have some coffee with your dessert, my man. Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you will love how they taste. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. Here's something I saw yesterday. The Lions-Packers Sunday Night Football finale was the highest rated, most watched finale for Sunday Night Football in the last 6 years. It averaged 23.4 million viewers during the game when it was on. That is ridiculous. And for me, that makes the Lions winning that game even better because they put the NFL on notice. We ain't no punk bitch. So you got to bring it. We came in Lambeau and handle business, man. And that goes a long way to free agency and everything like that because we had nothing to play for. But Coach Campbell said our motivation is we don't want them to win. We don't want them to go to the playoffs. That's our motivation. And when you have a motivation like that, and a coach with the pettiness of that, that's what I'm saying. That is the highest level of petty. Right there. That is Petty King right there. Now he said, we ain't got it, we ain't going, but shit, we ain't want them to go. so careful for that pettiness, man. And that used that pettiness but it's a reactionary petty to how they were acting. They were just acting out big. Oh, we ain't worried about them dudes, man. We ain't, but that is the Lions, man. That team, yeah, we're gonna, like I said yesterday, we'll show you better we can tell you. So that is your Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by the Life Bites Custom Cooking Desserts for any occasion. And hit the link in the description or for the Facebook page. If you don't do the Facebook page, do Instagram or TikTok and just type in Delightful Bites and see all that beautiful dessert footage. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. All right, now it's time to go to that wall of fame, baby. First up, we got my man Joseph Carter in the building for the bronze members. We got Q, David Anderson in the building, Joe Mo, Shannon Insano, Beanie Siegel, man in the house. You know, Beans, what's up? Dan Spanos, Jason Portis, and Coach Jones' co-worker, Doug Prince 72. Silver members, we got my man Batman of the 313 who was in the comment cards, Henry Wallace, Kirkland Pratt, and Big Dale in the building. For our gold members, we got Mr. Reliable, Michael Huck, North and Ken. We got Michael Lewis, Turner Burley in the building, man. Lionel of Douchebagia. If you want to see some draft analysis, I think we need to have her do something because she has her own big board. She is very detailed on her draft stuff. So we may have to have her on the show to do some draft stuff for us. All right. Then we got my man, the jazzy one, Paul Jarose, man, in the building. And the Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click that join now button in the description. All right, now time for final thoughts for today's show, man. My man, my mellow, get on the mic because, you know, you eat Jello. And he always take Jello in a Tupperware exchange. My man, LL Cool Twins, what you got, my guy?
Yes, green or orange Jello, please. But, you know, it's $2 Tuesday, 2-piece Tuesday, whatever it is. If you're in the area, M1 Grill has $1.25 conies every day, so you ain't got to wait for $1 coney day. But have a great day. I'm returning back to work for this week. I don't want to go. Have a great day at work. Have a great rest of your week.
Yeah. You forgot one thing, Curt.
What's
I
that?
also cut my own hair too, line myself up, man.
There you go.
Get
Me too.
my daddy's from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? We know how to do some things. Yeah, but you know what? Just stay the hell away from our coordinators, man. Like for real, man. Like I'm like y'all don't know me like that, man. Don't make me have to go up to nobody's office, man. I'm confrontational like that. This is what it is, man. I'm one of them homeboys from around the way that's cool as hell, and you know he cool with everybody, but at the same time, don't make me come holler at you. I'm just playing with y'all, man. Have a good Tuesday, man.
Yeah, definitely. You know what's gonna happen, man. Big is more jobs are gonna open up. Black Monday was yesterday. You see Cliff Kingsbury got fired yesterday as well. So more and more jobs are gonna be open, and they're gonna be sniffing around with our coordinators and you know people of our coaching staff. So this is gonna happen when you have success like we had this year, even though we ain't the playoffs, but a winning season is a winning season. So and with Ben Johnson, to where our offense stacked up as far as the rest of the league, yeah, I can see why he's going to get that attention. You look at Mike McDaniel out down there in Miami. He was a young guy. I think he had 1 or 2 years experience out there being the offensive coordinator in San Francisco, and they hired him too. So
The run game coordinator.
Yeah. So
he wasn't even the guy that called plays.
Yeah. So hey, but I mean, we'll see, man. I hope he stays, but you know, I won't take that Texans job though. The hell with that. But anyway, man, hey, thank you guys for checking us out right here. Detroit Lions are probably your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Tomorrow is you know what it is, man. Come back. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna start doing our end of year recap, man. We'll take some look at the offense and defense, man, and do some things. But we're gonna go ahead and start that tomorrow, man, and just have some fun and getting us ready prepared for, you know, it's gonna be a long drawn out process. So don't kill us, but you know, we're gonna take our time with it because if we're not doing it like you fast as you want us to do it, then do it yourself. Because we're gonna start our draft analysis here soon, but it ain't gonna be fast because we don't want to burn ourselves out doing it too. Because trust me, we did that too many times, and we want to take our time and do it the right way and make sure we give y'all some educated information about maybe some draft prospects and what the Lions need. So, man, but don't kill us if we don't do it in the time frame that you want it or the detail you want it. Because if you want it done like that, you know what I'm saying, you can do it yourself. I'm just saying, I ain't don't shoot the messenger because we might not do it the way you want us to do it. But we're gonna do it the way we're gonna do it right here on our show, man. But all that being said, man, whatever you have for Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, 2-piece Tuesday, whatever you have for lunch Tuesday, get that napkin, man. Wipe the crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And wait a minute, what's the day is? Today the 10th, man. I got 4 days to my birthday, dog. And whatever you do in life, man, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.